November.
I'm Robert Ballingall, board member.
Robin Perkins.
Rachel Thompson.
Thank you, everyone. Next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of our October 12th, 2023 meeting, which I hope everybody has had a chance to review. Does anyone have a motion regarding the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments, questions, amendments?
Nope.
Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It is unanimous. Third item on the agenda is a public hearing for an appeal from a code enforcement officer's notice of violation for the Heritage Building Associates. And we have a representative of the applicant here. Pat, if you'd like to come to the podium.
Good evening. Thank you. My name is Patrick Lyons. I'm an attorney of the law firm Eaton Peabody, and I'm here on behalf of my client, the Heritage Building Association. And yes, we'd like to request a continuance of this hearing in this matter. The basis being that this matter revolves around a wall that is subject to a notice of violation, and the abutters to my client's property at 39/43 Columbia Street. And my clients are working towards a resolution of this issue regarding the wall that if we're successful would alleviate and obviate the need for this appeal to continue. We've had productive conversations, and right now we're trying to line up contractors to come and so we could figure out, get an estimate to basically make this wall safe, whether it's shore it up, take it down, whatever makes the most sense. But the parties are in agreement that they're working towards that resolution. Because the nature of the appeal revolves around our appeal, that my client's appeal has to do with whether or not we even have any ownership of the wall. I think it's in both my clients, but also the city's best interest to continue this hearing rather than get to the merits and potentially have this go to Superior Court and cost a lot of time and money for everyone. So because we're making positive progress towards a resolution, we would ask that the board continue this hearing to a later date to allow the parties time to work on a resolution. Thank you.
And I just want to note for the record that board member Jordan LaBeouf has joined us. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Lyons?
Chair, may I have a comment? First, I have a question. I want the parking lot has been cordoned off with signs that people can't park in the parking lot, and that continues, right?
Yes, that's my understanding.
Okay. And that would need to, continue to be done. And also there's a requirement in the ordinance that the public hearing be held within 60 days of the appeal, so that if the applicant would need to consent to the extension of the hearing beyond that 60-day period.
Oh, we would certainly consent to that. Thank you.
And one question I have for you, Dave, is if the board votes to grant the continuance, would it be continued without date upon request by the applicant for?
It would be continued to a date that we work on getting through my office after today, and we would notify of that date. We would inquire about being able to get a quorum and such.
Okay,
Right.
Understood. Thank you. Okay, with that, does anyone have any other questions for either for Dave or for Mr. Lyons? Hearing none, is there a motion?
I make a motion that we grant the continuance.
Seconded.
Right, discussion? One suggestion to amend the motion, that the continuance is granted under the stipulation that the parking lot remain cordoned off for safety purposes.
Correct. Correction made.
And with the consent of the applicant to go beyond 60 days, to have the public hearing beyond the 60-day deadline.
So. Robert,
So
do
the
you-
motion is to grant the continuance as long as you keep the parking lot safe and cordoned off and that you release us of the 60 days continuance.
All right. And so is there a second to the amended motion?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Further comments, questions, discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And it's a vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is there any other business to come before the board? I'm sorry? Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, we were wondering why you were coming up here.
Didn't know, I didn't want to interrupt.
It's okay.
I'm Don.
What,
Mickey.
Well, Don, welcome. Have you been sworn in by the city clerk yet?
Yeah.
Well, then you can vote on the next motion, which I'm going to ask to adjourn the meeting. Is it's so moved? Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Comments, questions?